All right, everybody, welcome back to the Matt and Todd Show. The best dang sports show going today with the worst internet in the world.
So 7 minutes late, that ain't too bad.
Appreciate everybody for coming by. Sorry for the technical difficulties, and it's doing it again. So if we get kicked off again, I don't know. We may not be back on tonight because I can't fix this. I had an internet come out yesterday, and they were supposed to fix it, and they did not. It's doing the same thing every day. It just will not.
That's weird.
It won't upload. It happens the same time every day.
Around 5:45.
Every day. You would think it's throttling because they turn the internet down because a lot of people get on it once, so they slow everybody's internet down so you can spread it out more to more people.
Right.
But Spectrum says they don't throttle people's internet. They say they don't. So.
But now it's done this entire
For
month.
Every
but
day.
never before this month.
No. I've been here 3 years. Never done it before. So, without further ado, today we're going to talk about some of the NFL draft. Of course, we're going to kick that around.
Right.
And I got some local news. There's still some softball area play stuff going to be going on.
This week, right?
Yes, Lamar Jackson gets a deal. Aaron Rodgers, he is officially a Jet. Dean's going to break into the playoffs. And what else we got for him?
We got some, I'm going to highlight Oregon and Oregon State. You're going to do a piece on Utah, right? Pac-12. We're going to focus on the Pac-12 today.
Yeah.
And that's 3 teams that I think are going to be very good.
Yeah, I ain't going to come back with us and hang out. Can't keep the internet running. Welcome back, and we appreciate you guys for coming by. Hit the darn subscribe button. We're on every Sunday night. We're on all year long. We cover sports from college basketball season to NBA season, and we ain't going to spend a whole lot of time on NBA, but we are going to talk about it right now.
Yeah, we'll mention it.
Playoff time.
Yeah.
But I'm interested in a topic, just a little round table, something we'll kick off here. What about...
pretty interesting here. Pay attention.
the kids... I don't even know if it's...
This is going to blow your mind.
Yeah, the kids that have been drafted and the number of stars by their name obviously don't seem to mean a whole lot. 5-star recruits drafted 28. 4 stars 74. 0 stars 31. 1 star, none. No 1 star.
0 stars, 31 kids.
Yes, kids that weren't even ranked.
Wow.
And 109 3 stars.
109, way more.
109.
So 185 3 and 4 stars got drafted.
Yeah, how?
Does that say that the stars don't matter, or are they developing them that well in college?
That's a great question.
I mean, but somebody would say, well, no, you can't. They're not developing them that well because why did all these 5 stars not get drafted?
Why? I mean,
yeah.
So
obviously they are developing. Some of them great.
Well, yeah. Does it mean that the 3 stars? This is my opinion. Does it mean the 3 stars are more hungry?
Possibly. That's a good question. I wish somebody would come on and interject in this.
Yeah.
Do you think? Would you rather coach 3 stars, 4 stars, or a bunch of 5s?
Personally, I'd rather have a kid that really wants to be out there.
That was just an alarming statistic. I couldn't believe that.
And the kids are not even rated
31?
30 now out of thousands. Okay.
Yeah.
Out of thousands.
Yeah. 31 went to the NFL with no stars.
Yes. I'm talking internet guy. That's what I'm talking to.
Okay. Yeah, and 109 3 stars. That's just, wow. I mean, that definitely shows that the college football coaches are developing them. But somebody could argue, says, well, not really, because obviously there's only 28 5 stars. Could it be that there's not that big a gap between 5 and 3 stars? Because that sounds like there's not that big a gap between 5 and 3 stars.
Well, they had Arch Manning to be rated.
He was a 4, wasn't he? Or was he a... Was he a 5?
Yeah, they had him as a 5. Some of the rivals they had him at with yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's just not a big difference between 3 and 5 stars.
I don't know.
But 109. So that was nearly 50% of them. Nearly 50% of the guys that got drafted were 3 stars.
Yeah.
And as far as 80% were 3 and 4 stars.
Yeah.
And 10%.
Dang, stop.
And 11% were 12% were 5 stars. And
I guess you could say that it's the ones that have it that know they got it.
yeah, may not put work as hard.
I think some of it is just involved in being involved in younger coaching and stuff too. There's kids that develop young.
Right.
And say what you're doing, for example, at your level, you may get a kid in there that's just absolutely just
Unstoppable.
great.
Yes.
But when they get to high school,
They're just average.
yes, they never develop really. They're like, man, he was killing it in 8th grade. He was just monstering over everybody. Catch
Right.
balls, jump. He was taller and stronger than everybody. And then he's a senior, and he looks like everybody else.
And then vice versa, you'll get a kid in middle school that you never even put on the field because they were slow or whatever, and they go to high school and make 250 career tackles.
Yeah.
That happened. I'm not going to say the
Yeah.
kid's name, but that actually happened.
Yeah.
And he lost his baby fat and just done.
You get a kid to fill in like his last year as a senior. Mine, I never played linebacker.
Right.
Played the end or played in the middle of the defense.
And you never thought he would be a
no,
linebacker.
never tried.
If somebody told you when he was an 8th grader, Marcus is going to start at linebacker one day, what would you have said?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, you'd say, well, maybe a D line.
If anything can happen if you work at your skill. But he didn't really, come across as wanting to do that.
Right.
Like Preston did. He wanted to do that. He enjoyed that role.
Yes.
So,
Well, it changes. Well, just to be honest, and I'm not knocking him, I never thought Cade Browning would be a good running back.
Yeah.
I thought he would be a fantastic receiver. I just never thought of him as a running back.
yeah.
Oh,
And here he is. Congrats to him for coming in second in school.
Yeah,
A half a second behind the school record from TI, which was just
ridiculous.
freakishly fast.
Yeah.
And he's only a half a second behind him.
I didn't know he was. I knew he was fast, but I didn't know he was this fast.
200 meter, come in second place.
Of course, Chad was fast.
Oh, yes, he
Chad
was.
was fast. Chad just had the. Chad didn't get noticed for being so fast because he played with Devlin and Joey
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he got.
and Torrey. I
The
mean,
water was muddied because of them.
yeah.
If he'd have went to another small school in the area, he'd have shined.
It's like me and Daddy were joking around yesterday. I said, you may have been the 3rd greatest running back in Cedar Bluff history. We don't know because you played with Jim Bushland and David Beverly. So,
Yeah, and Daddy started at quarterback, won all county. Then they moved him to tailback.
with Walter
And
Clifton.
then Walter's like, and he was all county again, but he may have been an all-state guy.
We don't know.
If Walter would have been a year or two
I
behind him.
kid Daddy. I said, you led the team in rushing, didn't you? But your other backs went to Auburn and Alabama. But, yeah, it happens. And but obviously that's what's going on here with this draft. 109. Wow. I just can't get over the 31 0 stars.
Maybe it's just a heart thing,
Wait just a second. We're on. Somebody's asking me if
Yeah, it's on
we're on.
wherever. It's doing the same thing again. Even this little box, I don't expect it to run it really great anyway.
Yeah, but see, that says it's fine, right?
Yeah, but it ain't running on that because I can't get it to run. He says he's thinking the modem may be bad. It's not the router; it's the modem in the floor.
Well, we can keep going.
Yeah. We'll just run this one till it'll. I don't know, whatever.
But yeah, that's remarkable. I don't know.
That's
The
pretty-
31
that's pretty-
0 stars.
That's pretty cool, man.
No stars. 31 people got
Pretty
drafted.
cool.
Hey, keep your head in there. You may get drafted. Don't let people tell you can't get drafted.
That's the whole key to this whole conversation for a roundtable topic. Guys, you might even be hardly even recruited much out of high school. A 3-star, you gotta be fairly good to be a 3-star.
You
4
gotta be
stars
pretty
are darn
good.
good, and
Yeah.
5 stars like
Ridiculous.
he's like the best. He's Cam Newton, Tim Tebow,
Yes.
Bryce Young. Just he's better than everybody in the state.
Yes.
Like Kool-Aid, he's a 5-star.
He's a 5-star.
You can watch him play. 4 stars like he's almost there at 3 stars. You know, like he's really good, but man, if he polishes on some things,
Well, see, I mean, I know we don't get in the draft yet as far as specifics, but like Gibbs, I don't think Gibbs was the 5-star out of Dalton,
no, I wouldn't.
and he just got drafted 12th
Yeah, to the Lions.
in the first round.
I thought he would go 25th.
And no telling how much money he'll get just from getting drafted 12th.
Yeah, he'll get 20 million guaranteed probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he can live the rest of his life.
Yeah, even if he don't play.
And work on his degree. Obviously, he's smart because he was at Georgia Tech, so his SAT score had to be 30 or 28 or plus. You didn't get in there, you know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, congrats to him. That was great.
Yeah.
I was shocked by it. Didn't expect it, but I did think he would get drafted. But were they projecting him to even be a first rounder?
Yeah,
Late.
First, yeah,
Okay.
probably 50 or like
Because of the receiving skills,
yes.
right?
He can catch the ball.
How many is Alabama's leading receiver?
They must have had him like at 50, first round, 50th pick. You know, late round pick.
Yeah.
Not dead last, but a 50 guy. Mm-hmm. And I thought so too. I thought he was a little better than that, but not.
No, well, I mean, I knew the.
Close to top 10. He might as well be in the top 10 guys, 12.
Yeah, well.
I didn't think A.R. Richardson was there. I thought he was a
fourth. I didn't think that would.
I
go
thought
through.
he would be him. I thought him and Levis would.
When did Levis end up going? Second.
Yeah, first. He was second or third in second round.
But see, the first round's not guaranteed. You got to be first round to get guaranteed money.
I
right?
think that's right. Yeah.
So that's why he was so upset.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Titans.
Okay, I hope he does well there.
Yeah, I think.
Which, I mean, he's still going to sign a contract and get money.
Well, the thing with Will Levis is this. Welcome in, guys. Thank y'all for stopping by the show. Sorry if things are grainy or our voices are weird. I can't do nothing about it. I'm trying to work on it, and I'm talking to a guy now. Actually, I'm trying to get some.
Yeah, somebody just texted me and said everything looks good right now. So
Okay.
that's good.
All right, I'm gonna have James come out tomorrow. I think, guys, welcome back. Thank you guys for stopping by the show. We're just going to talk about some local news here. We're going to do some Pac-12. The topic is the Pac-12 elite? Are they? You know, they have some guys that can separate from the thing.
Yeah, some
And we're going to kick around some NFL draft stuff. It's what happened. We'll discuss our opinions on some of the picks and stuff. We'll do some local now. I'm going to go through these little region area plays and stuff. But I was going to say about AR, his ceiling has not been met. Mm-hmm. And I think some of the owners think they can build on him.
Yeah.
And Levis, 12 picks the year before, 17 picks last year.
Right.
I think some of the owners see him as he's hit his ceiling. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we can't teach
better.
you to be accurate more than you are,
yeah.
or change bad habits. Once you've made it to the league, I don't know if we can get you out of that, dropping your arm and the weird stuff where your footwork's a little wonky.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that's just natural.
Right.
And AR stuff is, he can go to some of those camps. Tommy Day does a camp. He helped Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm. He's doing pretty well.
Yes. But Jalen was he rushed for 1,700 yards. Mm-hmm. He was one of the better players in the conference.
Right.
Took his team to a title game. Mm-hmm. Almost lost it. Went back the next year. He lost to Deshaun Watson, right, first time. On a walk-off play by a rub route. Legal rub route.
Do it to Renfro. Watson.
Okay. And then he goes back, and his buddy comes in there after halftime and hooks it up and wins, beats Georgia.
Right. Yeah. Right. That pass to Renfro's down in the infamy in the state of Alabama.
AR rushed for 570 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen rushed for 1,760. Do you see the difference?
Mm-hmm.
He was a top of the class.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Cam Newton. Do you know how many yards Cam rushed for in JUCO?
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, he had like 5,000 complete yards.
He had 1,200 just rushing at Auburn.
Yeah.
I think. It was close.
Yeah.
It was over 1,000.
Yes, he had like 4,000 yards passing and running.
Combined.
What did he play at?
And he played
Ginn or some junior college.
Yeah, was it out in Kansas?
Yeah, but my Gain. Anyway, my point is, AR's not Cam.
Right.
He's not that good.
Now Cam was good.
Absolutely, he's good. I think he's a little.
Yeah, I mean, you can think he's weird, but you still.
Much.
Yeah, I think he did.
But I respect his ability.
I will say that.
He's great.
I think he got hit too
much.
Who
couldn't watch Cam Newton play and go, that guy's great.
Him and Antonio Brown. I mean, I know we're not getting on the rabbit hole about getting hit in the head, but when your personality changes that much,
but
and he did get sacked a lot early on.
AR's not him, and I think they feel like his ceiling is not met. They can pile him up and teach him.
Right.
And Levis, we're talking about Levis why he didn't go higher.
I hate that for him.
He had a lot of picks last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. I think he's good. I mean, I think he'll be a good player.
I thought he was, and Hendon Hooker, I thought he was great too. And they don't want to pull him off the board. Knee injuries and age.
He went like the third round, didn't he?
Seemed like it hurt him. The knee injury and the age.
Yeah, 25, 24, 25.
Yeah. So rolling along though, and we'll talk some more on some other few picks.
All right.
The Sandrock girls, congrats to them to a state track.
Yeah.
They
won it.
Yeah.
Well, with some of those athletes they've got, I don't doubt that.
And
some good girl athletes.
Ben Dale won.
Yeah.
He won something too.
Yeah, well, probably the long jump or high jump. I mean, he can jump. He can jump out of the gym.
I think it was in 100 meter or 200 he placed.
Well, now he was, which we were told that, and you saw him. And he was a fantastic athlete.
Yeah, good basketball player.
Yeah.
I loved seeing him play football. I never really got to see him play football. I'd really like to see him transition those skills over to the helmet. Wow.
He never did play, did he? Mm-hmm. No, he would have been great. I'm betting.
Yeah, I think he'd been all county just walking around in his streets out there.
Yeah, I'm out here.
He's a good looking kid, worked out hard. And so in Cade, we mentioned Cade a while ago, placing running
that's
fast,
great.
second in
He's
school
going to be
history.
an all-state track performer is what he's going to be.
Yeah. And we seen him at Applebee's the other day.
Mm-hmm.
We went by through Gadsden, seen him. They come in and was eating, so we got to talk to him a little bit.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a great kid.
Yeah, he is.
I coached him when he was little. Baseball, he played with us a year or two. He's just a good boy. He's very smart. Man.
Well, and he's got something to hang his hat on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to talk about how good they did in high school, and he's got it. Hey, dude, get out of my face. I had 1,200 yards my senior year all purpose and won the state. I'm one of the fastest guys that's ever played here. I'm talking about if somebody was coming out and giving him a lip. What did you do in school, you know? You know how guys get into it.
And he made... I'm pretty sure he ain't never made a B.
No, really?
I'm pretty sure. He's smart.
Yeah, he's good.
He makes good grades. Good boy.
He was a good wide receiver when he played wide receiver.
He could play batting and had good punt return skills.
Yeah.
Baseball and softball. Coosa won second round.
Wow.
Went down there and watched him play the other day.
Quarters, I mean.
Got some sun on me, and it was pretty warm. Went down there and visited with him a little bit. And thanks to Coach O'Brien for inviting me to come down. Mm-hmm. And just sun in baseball. Got to talk to Teddy and watch the boys play. They didn't win the first game. I think it was Athens they played. I think so. They had a pitcher anyway. He was good.
Really?
He was hard to hit. But the next game they win like 10-2. Then they had to play again the next day, and they win like 15-1.
Wow.
So they'll play Friday at Hackleburg. Etowah did win also their second round. Etowah will be moving on to play the next round.
Etowah will win.
They're really good. I look for them to go really far.
Etowah County is a baseball mecca, and they got some good baseball there.
Yeah, Southside, Coach Will Smith. He was out here at center. Mm-hmm. He's up there. Mm-hmm.
And, Southside used to be a powerhouse in baseball. Yep. And Gaston's been good. And now Etowah. Hogs Bluff, obviously, we know their history. Well, they won 10.
Yes.
And I don't know how they're doing this year. If anybody knows, please tell us.
They're winning.
No.
I see them I watch their page on our,
And then now Coosa Christian.
Yeah.
Third round. Westbrook's had some fantastic baseball. Remember they had the pitcher going to LSU?
Yeah.
Then he got hurt, went out, and they won it anyway.
Yeah.
I always thought that was odd. That shows how good they are.
It's a good spot for baseball.
Yeah, it is.
Up there. Area play, Cedar Bluff, Spring Garden will play. Spring Garden won that area, so they'll be at Spring Garden Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sandrock will host for their area. And then Cherokee County will host their area over here.
So they won the area.
Yes, they'll have Etowah, Aniana, and there's another
The White Plains?
Maybe, yeah.
Might be White or Jacksonville. I might be thinking about basketball.
It's different than softball.
Okay.
I know it's Aniana, Etowah, and somebody else.
Maybe White Plains.
Galesville will be at Skyline. talked to Al, our
I know
sideline
Gills has
reporter.
come on and done a lot better here towards
They
the
play
end.
tomorrow.
Okay.
They'll play Valley Head, Woodville, Skyline, get all
Right.
them tie up in that area. And I know it's weird. I asked him, was like, why wouldn't Gills on Cedar Bluff just why wouldn't they put them in the same area?
No, I didn't realize there wasn't until just now.
No, yeah, they hadn't. They just don't. They hadn't been.
I mean,
in a while.
I knew
Oh.
I've seen them play each other.
Yeah, for county stuff they do, but area
Yeah,
they're not
I
the same area.
Hmm.
They're like area 12. They're in area 13.
5 miles apart.
Yeah, I don't know. We can't. We can't.
Yeah.
We ain't the ones that decide that.
We're deciding everything now, boys.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I'd have had, a lot of different things, but well, I don't know. Jamboree at Valley Head, May the 19th. They play Fife,
Mm-hmm.
and
That'll be a good one.
Chattanooga Christian will be there also.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see how that goes. So that's some.
Chattooga
Lovely.
plays, I think, the 19th.
Yeah, same day.
I'm not sure who they're playing, but I know they are playing. And, well, I've heard different stories on Cedar Bluff playing. I was told today they were playing the 18th.
Yeah. Okay, a Thursday.
So, yes.
Okay, good. I hope they
But
do.
I was told earlier that they were not. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I was told they wouldn't.
And they may be, they may not be. It is,
Yeah, I hope they do get to play. I mean, I'm always down to watch some football. NBA playoffs. See if I can get a pictures up here. So
All
get
right.
something relevant.
Yeah, we're moving on. We'll get that out of the way. Right?
Yeah. Let's see here. The Heat and the Bulls. Is that right?
No, Heat and the Knicks.
And where am I at here? This is you have to really look at these because you'll get different years or. Yeah. Okay. There it is. I'm trying to get the right picture, guys.
All right.
And the Celtics and 76ers.
Yeah, Celtics 76ers will start tomorrow. That should be a good one. Suns and Nuggets. Nuggets already up 1-0 on the Suns. Miami, led by Jimmy Butler's leading New York 1-0. And the Lakers and the Warriors will face off starting Tuesday night. What do you think about that one?
Let's go right here.
You think the Lakers can beat the Warriors in 7?
All right, we're looking at here. I don't know, man. The way
They're playing well. But Memphis played them well. No, Golden State's playing good too. I know.
I'm still shocked. The darn Bucks are.
Gosh, well, nobody's.
Ow!
All right, well, let's just do this right quick, man. Suns and Nuggets. Who you got winning that series?
Let's see.
Which is Nuggets are the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume the Suns. I would think.
I'm gonna go with the Nuggets, but I also think the Nuggets are going to the championship. Here's the one I know. Okay, Lakers Warriors. Is that a toss up to you?
No, Golden
Warriors have
State's-
home court advantage.
Yeah, Golden State should
Okay,
sweep them.
I think Golden State will get that. I'm afraid Miami's going to beat the Knicks.
They're playing good right now, man. Jimmy Butler's just
Jimmy
smoking it.
Butler saying they done. Okay, here's the big one. I know it's the one you have the most interest
Yeah, I'm
in.
Celtics now.
Celtics and 76ers, which Celtics have home court.
Yeah.
That should be a good one. I mean, who do you going with the
Yeah.
Celtics?
Yeah, 7 games. They'll play all.
I think it'll go all the way too, but I do think the Celtics will get them in that last game at home.
And they're going to wind up playing the Heat, I guess.
It'll be the Celtics and the Heat.
That's who LeBron always, when he was at Cleveland, that's who he always had to beat. He
Yeah.
always had to beat the Celtics to make it.
I personally think the Celtics and the Nuggets will be in the championship.
Okay.
Maybe the Celtics get them one. I'm really pulling for them. I want them to win one.
Well, them old boys, Brown and
I
them,
mean, they've been there forever.
Tatum, they've hung around.
And Smart.
Yeah,
They've been they're 3 top players now for a while.
years.
Yes.
It's so unusual. What we're saying is for some guys to stay. If they do like LeBron them does, they just, well, we didn't win it this year. Well, let's just up and go somewhere. Well, they feel like, hey, we're good right here. Let's just stay together here and we'll try to win this thing.
And I'll go on and say this. If they do not win it, I don't think none of those will leave. Now, if they do, what's weird about that, don't be I don't see Brown and Tatum going anywhere. I think they're icons there. I mean, do you not?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're looked at now in this age as Bird and Parrish or something
yeah.
to this
yeah.
generation. They're there. They're not going anywhere.
I like watching them play. And I'm telling you, I look at the box scores a lot, and it's just every night they both do great. I mean, just they never have a bad game. I hope I'm not jinxing them.
You did. That's okay. Well,
5 points. 5 points, 9 rebounds.
Blew it. Sorry, Celtics fans. Dean blew it.
Now, Smart, I'm not taking nothing away from Smart. He don't seem to be as explosive as those two. He's the other one that's been there a while. And Al Horford up there, too, you know.
After the Celtics Game 6 clincher over the Hawks on Thursday, 3 or 4 matchups in the second round 2023 NBA playoffs are set. Bad news is, in the East, Joel Embiid may not be ready to play in the number 3 76ers series opener versus the number 2 Celtics due to a sprained knee.
Well, now, if he's out, I won't give the 76ers a chance. They got him. They got Tobias Harris. Me and Matt were talking earlier. Some of these players, we don't know some of them.
Julius Randle's uncertain.
Julius Randle didn't play today for New York. That hurt him.
In the West, we all know that number 1 Nuggets, number 4 Suns. Well, it just jumped.
Of course, Durant, Paul, and Booker all play for the Suns.
I'm just reading something, it just jumps.
You got to think they may win it with their lineup, though, wouldn't you? The Suns. I mean,
Yeah, with
Durant,
their lineup.
Durant, Booker,
Nuggets and Suns.
Paul.
While number 7 Lakers have eliminated the Grizzlies, await for the winner of the Warriors and Kings Game 7 today. Below are some of the staff picks. Blah blah blah.
I got to give him some credit now. I know we've not been. We don't come on here and praise LeBron as the greatest ever, but I'm impressed with him.
Absolutely.
At 38 years old, playing like he is.
I've never been not impressed.
But now they've got a good team.
But I just don't. I don't want to hear the greatest ever.
And it's not just him.
I just don't want to hear that.
No, I don't like that.
He's played 20 years. He should be leading in scoring.
Yes.
He's played healthy.
We give him the longevity award for sure.
Healthy, good, taking care of himself, does things the right way, on and off the court. He should be leading in points.
Guys, they've got 6 guys playing great.
He's been starting
6
in the league for 20 years. He ain't coming off the bench. Well, these other guys played 20 years, didn't score. Well, they didn't. He never come off the bench. LeBron started his whole career. He come out of high school, went to the NBA.
Yeah.
He didn't play college.
No. That's why the other guys didn't play 20 years.
Yes, because he's played 4 others that they did not. And
He's not going to play.
What Michael played,
LeBron's
12?
not 14 or 13. But he played 3 in college.
Yeah, he played 10 maybe solid
And
years.
he probably could have kept playing.
Solid years in the pros. 10 solid.
See, you got him. You got AD playing well. You got this D'Angelo Russell, this Austin Reeves. They got that Hachimura. I mean, dude, they're loaded. I mean, their general manager, whoever made the trades or whatever, did a good job.
Yeah. That's what it's about.
Yeah. I mean, it is. He
Get
did.
people in there.
He's the MVP of this team.
So, yeah, Nuggets and Suns. It looks like the Nuggets.
I mean, they didn't have any trouble with them at home, and they get more home games than the Suns.
And Golden State should sweep the Lakers. About watch this thing go 7.
Yeah, Golden State shot the eyes out. Curry 50 today. Had 50.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers were hoping the Kings would win. I think they probably had a better chance against the Kings.
Yeah, match up better.
Yeah.
Because
Kings are young. Kings aren't going anywhere. They're just young.
Yeah, because Curry and
I mean,
Thompson.
how long have they been good? The best
years.
guys. It's been 9 or 10 years that they've been the backcourt for Golden State.
Clay.
Maybe more.
Steph and Green.
Same 3. And you add Poole to that and Wiggins to that. That's a pretty good starting 5.
Wiggins is good. I always liked him.
Yes, he is.
Always
Good
enjoyed
starting
him.
5. And they got another guy off the bench. It's averages about 17 rebounds. I got a good team.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anybody could win this thing, but I'm kind of like you. I'm pulling for the Celtics.
Yeah. They're my guys. Play Kit Thompson. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Went through local area play for softball and stuff. What about Lamar Jackson finally getting done?
I did not know that.
$185 million guaranteed, $260 million, 2 years after 2 years of negotiating, almost 2 years.
60. Is that for the next 10?
5.
5. Oh, I meant 5.
Everybody's doing 5 years.
Yeah.
So
that's $52 million a year.
But 185 is guaranteed up front.
So that's better than he just eclipsed Hurts.
That's why they did that.
Okay.
And he is more deserving than Jalen. He's
I think he's
proven
than
better
Hurts.
than Jalen, right?
I think so. I think he's the best running quarterback that's ever played. Now, you think Vic is. I think Jackson is.
Yeah, Michael Vick's I've never seen. I just never seen nothing like
Which the stats are about the same, so we can disagree and not be completely wrong.
I like Randall Cunningham, too.
Randall Cunningham was good. Very good.
And for people forget Steve Young was not a stand in the pocket statue.
No, he wasn't.
But if you're older, you'll know.
I like Jackson. I like his ability to run, though. Dominant. And I'd like to see him win one at some point.
But you know that, just being able to run the ball is just not. You can't hitch all your horses to that wagon.
No.
You've got to be accurate with the football, and that's what's hurt Cam later on. He just become more of a liability because he get hurt because he getting hit because he's running.
Yeah, he was a good runner too, but I don't think he was as good as any of the ones we've mentioned. Now Jackson and Vic. Now you will agree on this. That's the two best running quarterbacks ever, right?
Yeah, him
Cunningham
and McNair, Steve.
Oh, McNair could run.
He was so fun to watch.
I don't even like talking about him.
Died at a young age.
In his sleep.
Yeah, weird. But I think Lamar got. I mean, he hung in there.
Yeah, he did. I'm glad he didn't leave there.
I think he fits there.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers is a Jet officially.
And I'm not trying to be, but Zach Wilson didn't say this is a dumb trade. They'll regret this for years to come. I mean, that was just a shock thing.
Yeah, people just say it to be.
And it may challenge him to be better.
Yeah, and Aaron can help Zach be better. I think Zach's not bad. I watched him play at BYU.
I didn't think he played that bad last year. They got better as the year went on.
He's okay. He's I don't know. I mean, he's as good as like the Thompson kid or something. We'll talk about some portal kids here in a minute. Get to college. Yeah. He's as good as the Thompson kid at Nebraska. I mean,
who's going to be Green Bay's quarterback? Love?
Yeah, they've invested in him.
Okay.
And he's probably like, okay, look, guys, if we can't move on with me, I need to go.
He's been there 4 or 5 years.
Aaron's like 74 years old.
Uh-huh.
He's not going to win you a Super Bowl. He's past his prime. I'm here. I'm the new.
Yeah.
Invest in me, or I'm moving.
He's been there 3 or 4, hasn't he?
I'm moving on. If we're not going to invest in me, obviously you're not interested in me.
So he pretty much said, I'm fixing to go on. This guy can be your quarterback for the next 10 years, but I'm leaving.
Yeah, he can be here when he's 60. I want to go win somewhere. I'm tired of watching Aaron Rodgers play. Well, I like him, respect him, love the game, appreciate what he's taught me. But I'm moving on because his contract was going to be up, and he's ready to move on. I don't blame him. I don't want to watch Aaron play. Aaron's 10 years ago. He was Super Bowl MVP. They ain't been back. They're not going back. The Packers, that's done. All that's over. Put the new guy in. Same way they did with Brett. Brett come in, went and played with the Vikings.
Just be honest. They wasn't supposed to win it the year they won it.
No.
That was kind of an upset.
Yeah, because
I think they were 10 they played. The last game of the year was to see if they even went to the playoffs. The very last game, Chicago. They were in Chicago. I watched it. And one of our buddies said, they look great today.
Well,
he goes, I think they may come on and win this. And I'm like, you're crazy.
Wasn't that the year
I think it was the Bears.
the AFC, didn't the Broncos or something, or somebody put the Patriots didn't make it that year.
Yeah, Pittsburgh ended up.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of everything went kind of
Everything went their way.
Yeah, it just kind of one of those wonky, like when Bama wound up playing LSU again.
Yes.
All these things had to happen, and they did.
That happened.
Oklahoma State loses some brain blowout.
Well,
Iowa State.
The year Alabama lost to Auburn in the last game of the year and ended up winning it on a walk-off deep ball.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, just some things are just strange. But anyway, Aaron's a Jet. 3 years, $150 million, guaranteed 60. If he plays to 65% of his games, Green Bay will get a first-round pick also, and something about 2 more second-round picks.
He'll probably play 65%.
So there's all kind
don't miss
of
much.
clause in his contract. If he plays 65% of his games, this happens, or we get another pick. If he don't, we don't. Green Bay don't get the other pick.
They don't get the other pick.
Yes.
Wow.
So I guess congrats to old Smoking Joe, Toad Liquor, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, I need to lay off there.
He come out of the dark, and I think. Do you think they'll be successful with him there?
I think they'll be better.
And they've had
but I think they're getting better anyway.
Right, they've had some players with them.
Yeah.
They've had some people.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting out of the dungeon, out of the basement. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just like Miami. You know, Miami wasn't real good, and they're coming around. I don't even know and it sounds to me like it won't be long before the Texans are coming around. So, you know, they're the worst team in football.
Yeah.
Worst team in football for a year or two usually translates into being pretty good later.
I agree.
Because you get those draft picks.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get this to...
Heck, there may not be a bad team out there right now. Lions were better. Washington's better. I especially think they're going to be better now that owner got stepped out of the way.
Oh, with the
Snyder.
Redskins?
Yeah. Commanders. They'll always be the Redskins to me.
Yeah,
personally.
I know. That don't make no sense. I don't like... Somebody has speculated. What do y'all think about that? Well,
What's that?
that they may go back to...
Redskins?
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. I think a stand needs to be made there, just to be honest with you. You know, like the Braves owner. I think they came at him. Somebody did. Asked him to change the name. He goes, no.
Nah, we're not doing that.
No,
What?
that's not going to happen.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? They're still the Braves.
Yeah, I don't...
And Cleveland's the Guardians. But the Atlanta Braves are still the Braves. So that tells me that Cleveland could have stayed the Indians.
But it's not like it's an insult.
Well, no, it's not an insult at all. I mean, I don't think so. And you'd be like, well, you're not an Indian, you don't know. I'm sorry, I don't see it. I don't see it.
NFL.
And if it was called the Crazy Indians or something like that, I think that would be insulting.
Yeah, people are just... I don't want a mock draft. I'm trying to pull up the draft.
Now we're moving on to the draft. Let me check and see here.
I sent some stuff to you,
Yeah, let me pull that. That was just the late stuff.
But yeah, I can't.
All right, you want to go over the third round? And
Why does it keep capitalizing? Yeah, go ahead.
I've got it right here. This was some of the later picks.
Yeah.
This is
I was going to pull it up and share it with everybody, but
third round. Tyler Steen from Alabama, a lineman. Drew Sanders, who also played at Alabama, went to the Broncos. Hendon Hooker went to the Lions.
Which round are you in?
I'm in the third, round 3. That's all you sent me was 3.
Okay.
It was just the ones out of the conference.
Yes, SEC players.
Yeah, Byron Young went to the Raiders. Hendon Hooker went to the Lions. That's Jalen Hyde went to the Giants. I don't understand why he went so low. He went in the third round. That's the receiver that killed everybody.
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman also went to the Browns, 74th pick. Tennessee, Devin Achane went to Miami. Big Tank got drafted. Went to the Jaguars, number 88. Darnell Washington. You know, Matt, he went in the 4th round. Him and Bigsby both went in the 4th round.
Yeah, Tank wound up.
No, he late 3rd. Darnell went in the last in the 3rd, my bad.
Yeah, Tank wound up at the...
I figured Darnell Washington would have gone very high. That's the big tight end from Georgia.
3rd round, 88th pick. Tank goes to the Jaguars.
Wow. I like
Darnell Washington from Georgia goes to Pitt.
Jordan Battle went to the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Stromberg, I don't think I know who he is.
No,
He went to the Commanders. And Cameron Latou
What about that?
goes to San Francisco.
To our famous 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Which one? Let's see. Well, we know 1 through... second round. Did you do second?
No, I just got third.
Second round, Levis goes to the Titans.
Yeah.
Derek Hall from Auburn goes to the Seahawks. Mingo from Ole Miss goes to the Panthers. Some other guys. Branch goes to the Lions. He's going to be playing
I
with
thought
the
he may be a first-round pick. Because, I mean, they loved him.
Dexter from Florida went to the Bears. And then the Osiris kid from, I think he was a...
That's the second round.
He's going to the Bills. Played at Florida. And, yeah, go ahead, 3rd round.
I did 3rd.
Okay.
Well, now we're on the 1st. We're going backwards.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, round 1's
You want me to go over it
Yeah,
right quick?
I mean,
All right.
it's who we thought it was.
All right,
I mean,
number 1, Bryce Young.
Yeah, I was
Go.
surprised that Will went second.
Yes, I was. I thought it was going to be him and Stroud.
I did too.
I thought Stroud was going to be first. You got Stroud, Will Anderson. Stroud goes to the Texans. Anderson goes to the Texans. I was kind of shocked by fourth. That was Anthony Richardson going to the Colts. And we were wrong. I mean, I just didn't think it was going to happen. I thought that was a joke when people were saying that. I'm not saying I think Anthony Richardson's a joke. I thought people were just trying to create a buzz by talking about how high he was.
I just don't.
I was shocked when he come out and went pro. And he goes fourth.
I mean, with all the touchdowns and picks he throw, I don't see the upside.
Well, I mean, they say a lot of people's got potential to do great things.
Sure.
I mean, we've all got great potential in us.
I guess. I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's just very surprising for him to go where he went.
I was kind of surprised by the 5th pick, Devin Witherspoon, Illinois, but they've touted him as the greatest corner.
Yeah, now he's been talked about.
Yeah.
You talked about him
during
the season, and
but I didn't think 5th pick. That's high, man.
I was thinking like first round 30th.
Yeah. Paris Johnson, Ohio State lineman, went to the Cardinals. Tyree Wilson, edge rusher from Texas Tech, went to the Raiders. I love this next pick, Matt. Bijan Robinson to the Falcons.
Love that.
They need a back. I mean,
I didn't think so. Obviously they do.
I mean, wow, they've got one now. Jalen Carter goes to the Eagles, 9th.
I like that.
And that's obviously from a trade. It's why they have a first round top 10 pick. Why would the Eagles have a top 10 pick?
Then the guy we was talking about earlier, Gibbs to the Lions at 12th.
Nah, that blew my mind. Gibbs 12th. Other notables, Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback from Mississippi State, went to the Commanders. Jack Campbell, Iowa. We talked about him a lot last year on here. Linebacker.
It's good. He great feet work. Mm-hmm. He understands football, the game, and what he's doing out there is to attack the darn ball and be a football player.
Mm-hmm.
He gets it.
And he does it.
He gets it. He
made 140 tackles one year.
He gets it, man. He's a football player.
Lions racked up, didn't it? And this just Jackson Smith Jigba goes 20th. And he didn't even play last year, man.
Yeah. He could have played, I think, later, but he was worried that his hamstring. If he played, he may have went, say if he goes 7th or 8th. Mm-hmm. So how much money did he lose by not playing? Maybe $5 million, maybe 3.
Yeah,
but he's guaranteed he didn't blow his hamstring out completely
and not get to play at all. Yeah. So you think he could have played last year?
Yes,
obviously if he's going in the first round.
Yeah.
Other notables: Jordan Addison, wide receiver from USC, went
I like him.
to Minnesota.
Yeah,
so
I watched some of his. Like when they interviewed him, they brought him in the locker room. Talked to him. I liked it. Nolan Smith from Georgia goes to the Eagles to play with. He's going to be protecting defense with the Eagles too.
Yeah,
how good are they?
Him and Carter.
How good is the Eagles going to be?
I think you got two big. Look at this, Matt, and this is the last thing I want to go over here. 2 D linemen in a row from Clemson went to the 29th and 30th. Miles Murphy and Brian Breesy.
Are they going to be picked to go back to Super Bowl?
I would think so. And so just looking at this, obviously nobody did better than the
Love was drafted in
Texans
2020.
2020. So he's been there
Hey Jeff, we see you on here.
3 years. So you agree that the Texans did better than anybody, and maybe the Lions?
Yeah. Who else was?
And Philadelphia did
well.
No,
the Eagles, man.
I mean, they did, and they're the second best team in football. And look how well they did. I think the
Falcons did need linemen.
Yeah,
they did.
I think the Lions racked up.
Yes.
And there's who did not rack up. Well, I thought the Bengals did well too. I mean, you got Miles Murphy there, and then they got another one down here. No, I'm wrong. They only got the one in the first round. But Texans win the draft with Stroud and Anderson. They may be relevant again next year. That helps. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, get to 500 maybe. 6-10, 7-9. I think they won 3 games last year or 4. Like 3-14, 4-13.
New staff,
Yeah.
play calling's going to be different. O'Brien's been at Bama for a while, and
Well, I'll tell you,
I'm curious.
what picks did you not like? Okay, let's just do this, and I know this is just ad lib, but for me, the pick that I was most impressed with was the Falcons getting Robinson. I know people think they should have got Lyman. And I got to be honest, the pick that shocked me the most, and I'm not 100% sure it's bad, it was picking up Gibbs for the Lions. Did you have a pick that you didn't care for?
Yeah, Richardson. AR, that's crazy.
What about one that you just thought was blown away? It just shocked you and it was fantastic.
Gibbs, I guess. That's good for him.
I'm happy for him.
Maybe both. I can answer that question with AR for both.
Mm-hmm.
Really, but it's the most outstanding. Good luck. I mean, hey, hats off to him for.
But who you think stole this? Obviously the Texans, right?
As a team, who stole it?
Yeah.
Them and the Eagles, man, they're already good. They fooled around here and got a bunch of dang defensive players too.
But see,
are you kidding me? Like, it shouldn't even be fair. Like, how are they even picking up that high? Look, if you went to the Super Bowl,
they got Carter and Smith.
And if you played in the Super Bowl, them two teams, like, y'all should be picking.
You can't even pick till the 3rd round.
Yes. You don't get picked till 2nd round. You get no 1st round players.
The only thing I don't like about Gibbs, guys, they lost Jamal Williams to gambling charges. He broke the gambling law. Mm-hmm. And DeAndre Swift is gone. They pick up Gibbs. They lost 2 backs and got Gibbs. Is he that good? Obviously, they think so.
Somebody does.
And Jamal Williams did fantastic for them. He did. I'm proud for him. I really am.
The schedule here. Podcast people. Again, thank y'all for coming by. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Applecast. I'm looking at the NFL wall here. The Eagles.
I'm like you. Do you think? Okay, here's my next question.
The Panthers, they're not going to be. Tampa Bay, 49ers, Rams are going to be okay. Cardinals, I don't look for them to do. I'm not a Murray fan.
I think Seattle did good in the draft. No, I'm not a Murray fan either.
I just don't see who's going to beat them. The Cowboys are going to be okay again.
They'll be good.
And the Giants picked up a few guys.
Giants will be all right. I think Detroit's going to be pretty good.
It's about Fields' time to be and for the Bears.
They can beat them.
This is the year if they're going to do it. They got to do it. They're going to have to do it now. The Vikings. We're talking about the Vikings.
I think the best 3 teams, best 4 in the NFC are San Francisco, Minnesota, Philadelphia, and Dallas.
Yeah. See, I'd go Chicago, Dallas, Philly, and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Any of the North or the West. Mm-hmm. 49, I don't know, man. I love the 49ers.
No, they're pretty good. I would like to see
I would too, but I don't
Shanahan win one.
I don't know, man.
In Kansas City again.
They're going to end up beating up on each other. The Falcons are terrible. Panthers ain't going to. What's Bryce going to do his first year out there?
Ooh, I think he'll have a rough year, but I think he'll do fine, but it'll just be rough, like Fields. He had a tough first year.
How's the Saints going to be?
I think they're going to be a little better.
Got some new faces on the scene.
Yeah. Tampa Bay's the one I don't know about.
That AFC, Bengals and Chiefs.
I know.
It's like whoever wins that game, that's your Super Bowl. That's the Super Bowl.
I think
you know what I'm saying?
Bengals have made some good pickups.
That's the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? It feels like that's
maybe
the Super
Buffalo.
Bowl.
Maybe Buffalo.
I pull for them so hard, man. And all that happened, DeMar and all that stuff happened. It just threw the mess and everything. It just
Miami's supposed to really come on.
Messed the whole season up.
It just depends on two.
I've given up on them. They're like the Braves to me. I'm done rooting for them. I'm not doing it.
Well, we do agree that the Eagles are the Bengals are fantastic.
Yes, they got the pieces to do well. And then they just added some more pieces in the draft. But Tua, you got a guy that gets hit in the head and he's throwing up gang signs on the field.
Yeah, yeah.
He shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Don't play. He needs to be up in the booth watching the game and helping them coach.
And I don't know who their backup is. But it's gotten to the point where it's about dangerous to put him out there. So. But yeah, I'm with Matt. I think Kansas City, Cincinnati, Philadelphia. Minnesota, maybe San Francisco, Dallas. It's 6 teams to me, 7.
Trevor Lawrence and
Oh,
AR,
yeah, they're getting better.
they're going to battle for the
Jaguars,
AFC.
yeah.
AR's going to be thrown in there.
Mm-hmm. And they got the best running back in that league, probably.
He's going to throw the ball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're
He's
gonna-
going to have to.
He's fixing to get a big
Taylor.
dose of it.
So they got Anthony Richardson. What was that?
He's fixing to get a big dose of football. AR is.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. He's fixing to get a bunch of football.
And they got Jonathan Taylor already. So now they may be.
Poor old Chargers. Yeah, I used to like them. Jeff Anderson, #1 fan of the week.
What do you think about the Bengals?
He is saying, if the Pac-12 is so elite, why are there 2 of the 3 teams, other than the spoiled children and UCLA, possibly leaving the next 2 years? Reason, $20 million more. Yeah.
We're fixing to tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, this year. This
Yes.
is just our opinion.
Yeah. Thanks to Warrior Gym for being a sponsor. Get a hold of them. Talk to John about a membership. 256-266-4333. New rubber floor. We got new equipment. I was in there this morning and did some legs. Probably shouldn't have. I'm a little sore.
Right.
On my 46th birthday. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me with another year here to worship
46,
you. And
yeah. Hey,
that's
that
what I'll
used
do.
to be. That used to be our age used to be the life expectancy.
Yeah. But I'm going to be
Long
happy.
time ago.
I'm going to rejoice and worship Him every day and be thankful. Let's see. Broncos with Sean Payton. Yeah. Yeah, the Eagles did do a good job.
Nah, they did.
Looking into the Pac-12 contenders.
All right. You wanna
Yes.
talk on yours first?
No, I'm just going to bring up something.
Oh, okay.
Is the gap closing? ESPN and Fox deal with the Big Ten is $2.3 billion. USC, UCLA out in 2024. The Pac-12 Commissioner Klitschov also, and FSU and Clemson also are wanting equal pay from the ACC.
Wow.
So money's
making it go around, isn't it?
yeah. Tell us about DJ Uyunglele.
You coming right back?
Yeah.
All right, DJ Uyunglele will be one of the starters will be contending for a starting spot for Oregon State. Transferred out of Clemson. What do y'all think about that transfer? I thought he showed signs of being good at sometimes. My co-host did never like. He'll have to admit that. He knows it's true, and he was right. He said, I never liked a guy playing in Clemson.
Well,
Okay, now here's my question to you. They've got a Ben Gulbranson. He did good last year.
who?
Oregon State. Ben Gulbranson. Do you think that he beats out DJ Uyunglele? He started last year. They went 10-3.
That's a good question. I don't know.
So he's not just going to walk out there and be their quarterback. But first of all, let's go over Oregon State. Number 17 in early poll, 14 starters returning. Matt, they got a 982-yard back, and Damian Martinez returning. Jamias Griffin from Rome, 488 yards, is coming back. Deshaun Fenwick, 553 yards rushing, is coming back. So, Matt, that's 1,900 yards coming back, rushing right there.
Wow.
Receivers, they don't have a whole lot coming back. They got Anthony Gould, who had 27 catches, and Silas Bolden, who had 23. So they're hurting a little at receiver. They've got all their line back, and it looks like they got all 3 running backs back. But can they repeat it 10-3? Early on, they play.
Why is it so hard to find stuff? I mean, you type in 2023 schedule, and it gives you 46 2022s.
All right, they travel to Washington State and Oregon. But listen to this: they're home for UCLA, Washington, and Utah. And we know, as well as anybody, that playing at home makes a difference. All right, my question to you, Matt. Can Oregon State repeat their 10-3 record? All 3 running backs back, quarterback back. They don't have the receivers back now. They do not have the receivers back. O-line back. Defense, they got about half their players back. Can they be 10-3 again?
I would assume the 2020 schedule. I'm trying to just look at their schedule.
Well, I got it right here. They got Washington State. Their tough games are Washington State, Oregon, Washington, Utah, and UCLA. That's their 5 toughest games.
And they play.
They don't have the toughest schedule in the world.
Okay, there it is. 2023. That's. It don't even say who they are playing. It just gives their logo. Like I'm supposed to know all the
Okay.
Pac-12.
Man, obviously they play Stanford and Cal and Arizona State and some of them who are not supposed to be very good.
The first game is September the 2nd. Is I don't know. It looks like. Who is it? The first game.
I just got the 5 toughest
Oh, okay.
opponents. Let me go look. I can look it up.
That's what I'm trying to do, and it's just not. It's not cooperating at all.
Okay, hold up. Now, this won't take but a second, and we'll go over this schedule together.
Okay.
Oregon State schedule. All right, Matt. First game, we're going to give them a win there. San Jose State.
Yeah. Okay. See, it don't. That's not a good idea. Oregon State, when y'all make a schedule, don't just put the logo of the team.
All right.
Because that looks like Costa Christian helmet with that.
1-0. UC Davis. California Davis.
Never heard of them.
2-0. San Diego State.
3-0.
3-0. Then they travel to Washington State. Could they get got right there?
No.
All right, 4-0. Utah comes to Corvallis, Oregon State. Nah, I'm going to go with Utah there. 4-1. Oregon State goes to Berkeley. Plays Cal. Now remember, Oregon State has everybody back on offense. I think they can go 10-3 again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but no better. I don't think they can do any better than
I
that.
could see that.
I think Oregon beats them. I think Washington beats them. I think Utah beats them. And maybe one more. Heck, they may be 9-4. I mean, the Pac-12's good, man.
Yeah, and that's what the whole topic is. Is is the Pac-12 elite? And we're trying to show you how. Who they're going to play, and I'm trying to pull up this schedule here and see if I can.
I just don't.
No, what?
But
What's
the
wrong
good
with
thing about Oregon State's schedule is that early on, it's not real tough. Early on.
I don't know.
I mean,
Whoever's running Google search, when you put in 2023 Utah football schedule, I got 2019 Utah baseball.
oh, you're doing Utah now, right?
Yeah.
then
Why would I get 2019 baseball schedule?
I don't know on that one.
Oh, now I got field hockey.
Hey, let's just cover that
That's
right
what we
quick.
might as well do because this Google is garbage.
Well,
Whoever's
that's it.
working out there, they got a bunch of hairbrains or somebody's pulling the trigger out there on something. Utah.
We're doing 3 teams. Oregon State, he's going to do Utah, and then I'm going to do Oregon. We're taking a close look here. But yes, my last question, yes, I think Oregon State goes 8-4,
I don't
9-3.
know why not.
8-4, 9-3, maybe better.
With that schedule, and there's Jeff. The reason we're saying that, I mean, look at the teams that they're going to play.
And most of them's at home.
Their tough games are at home.
Their tough games are at home. Then they got a bunch of easy games.
Yeah.
Oregon's on the road. If you're playing good by then, I mean, they beat them last year.
And right here, there you are, week 1. We'll go into Utah here and talk about them for just a minute. Okay. Week 1. They are going to play at home. They're going to play Florida State. Florida Gators.
Like last year. And lost to them. Do you? Okay, I'll just go out and say it. I don't think that happens again.
Think Utah beats them?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Especially with it being out there and them having so much back. What do they got coming back? I know they got Rising back.
Brian Rose is a number 2 guy quarterback. Looked very good. Barnes and Jay Johnson. Those are some names for quarterback guys at Utah. Running back wise, Micah Bernard run for over 500 last year, and Glover, he's probably going to be the number 1 guy coming back. You probably won't pay him the most attention to. And Chris Curry. Curry run the ball well in the spring game. Don't mean he's going to get to play a whole lot. It's interesting how they played under the ball. They played under the ball under center. Single setback.
Right.
I don't know if he's doing that just for spring or
probably. No, maybe working on it.
I don't know. Because Cam didn't play at all. He was in straight clothes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's on the sideline watching.
And we do both agree that he's top 10 player in the country.
Yeah.
Top 10 quarterback.
Should be top 5.
Top 5, possibly, yeah.
He'll make a run at him and Jaden Daniels and
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
And Hartman.
Hartman from Notre Dame.
Wide receivers, Parks, Reed, Vaughn, Tanner, but Vele, he's your guy to remember.
Vele. He's a good, huh?
Vele. Tight ends, Erickson. Yasmin made a lot of good plays. Allman was good too. But Brandt, Kuithe.
He's the man.
He's the one going to talk about to come back a lot. But probably the biggest name for tight end wise that him and Cam's going to hook up a lot. Faja, Faja. These names are. I just pick the teams with these names.
Every time we have to go over a bad name, he gets it. I get the John Smiths and the Terry Johnsons.
Kutha, and Faja.
Kutha and Faja.
Those are easy to remember. I mean, those are common everyday names.
Yeah, we went to school with some Kuthas and Fajas, didn't we?
Yeah, I knew Landon Faja.
Isaac Cooten.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another running back, Aiden. He's going to be a good guy. He's a junior. He'll be a senior next year. And linebackers, defensively, Calvert brothers are going to be somebody to pay attention to. But Logan Bono, that's the guy. He's the one that's coming back. He's the one that got hurt early and didn't get to finish the season. He's back. He's ready to play. They talked to him on the sideline. And Medlock. He's going to be another defender to watch at Utah. They're bringing back a lot of guys. Lowe and Mark and Lloyd are the D-backs and stuff to keep an eye on. But this Ellis kid and Ellis and Bono, they're back. So I'm telling you, they got these linebackers are back. These tight ends have come back.
Oh, my gosh.
Cam Rising has come back.
Well, that's just the big one.
The running back, Micah, the Bernard kid, and Glover's playing. He's probably going to be the number 1 guy
I remember
on the team.
Bernard. He's good. Michael Bernard.
He's from Long Beach, California. He's a sophomore. Be a junior this coming season. He played at GAHR High School. Gar High School.
Gar High School.
Yeah. Jalen Glover, however, played at Lakeland, Florida. 6,500 yards rushing, 83 touchdowns, 7.8 yards average. He only fumbled 6 times his whole career. He was 2019 Florida Player of the Year, 2019.
Ooh. 2019 Florida. That's big, guys.
Yeah.
Not knocking other states, but that's different than being the Alabama or the New Hampshire Player of the Year.
Yeah, because Florida's real.
Is it not? I mean, and I added Alabama to that. I'm not just going to throw New Hampshire to the dogs.
Yeah.
You're good if you're Alabama Player of the Year, but are you as good as you are if you're Florida Player of the Year?
Yeah. Okay, man. That's schedule wise. We mentioned that.
Yeah. Let's go over that.
They'll play Florida first.
I think that's a win.
Week 2, the 9th, they play at Baylor.
Oh my gosh, their schedule's awful.
Week 3, they play Weber State.
Okay, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and have them at 3-0,
They go to UCLA. I mean, they're home for UCLA.
4-0, maybe.
They go to Oregon State on a Friday.
I think they win that 5-0.
They're bye. Good thing it's not Idle. You're not beating Idle.
They're not beaten
They may have a chance to beat bye.
by University.
With Cam Rising back, bye is not.
Not as okay. We'll give them 6-0,
All right. Then they will be at home for Cal
6-0.
at USC
I
Trojans.
think they lose that this year. They got revenge. USC's got them marked on their calendar.
Yeah, definitely.
2 straight losses
That hurts as a coach.
when you were probably better than them.
That hurts you as a coach. It hurts your feelings. It's
I
like
think
getting
that
punched in the gut.
I'm gonna make them 6-1.
All right, October 28th, Dean, they will be at home facing Bo Nix and the Ducks.
6-2.
November 4th, they will be home again versus the Red Devils of Arizona State.
7-2.
Then they're going to go on the road for 2 weeks in a row. And in November, now think, listen, guys, podcast people, I'm giving you dates here, so pay attention. November 11th at Washington.
Oh my God.
November 11th. Why do I keep saying November 11th?
Veterans Day.
No. Well, at Washington. What's going on November 11th? That time of year in November and where it's at.
Snowing.
Probably not going to be nice weather. Probably not. Then, November 18th, they're at Arizona.
Yeah.
And if it's a late game, it can snow out there
Yeah.
at night. And then, of course, it probably will be snowing. They will be at home for their last game. This is Utah Utes' last regular season. Will be against Colorado. They'll finish off the season with that one. In the season.
I think they lose 2 games. I don't know if they lose.
I think
I don't
USC, because it's at USC, we'll go with the home team there.
And who else did I pick up? Said Oregon.
And it'll be at. So they're going to lose at home versus Oregon, too. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you why.
I mean, yeah, you're fixing to do Oregon.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll back it up
I
instead
can't.
of just
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, I don't.
And the only reason I think USC is because USC's got them marked.
I don't know. I mean, who am I to say no?
All right, let's get into Oregon right quick. 10-3. And let me say one thing before, and Matt, I don't know if I've ever heard a stat like this. Oregon gained 6,500 yards of offense last year. Take a guess how many of those 6,500 rushing and throwing that they have coming back.
Right over here on the right of your screen, September 2nd, Ducks will kick off the season. Yeah, continue on, sir.
Well, out of the 6,500, I want you to guess how many of the rushing and passing, 6,500 yards, how many is coming back? How many of those yards are coming back?
4,000.
6,499.
Well, that'd probably be a pretty good chance. That'd be a pretty good recipe.
All right, so they got Nix coming back. They've got Bucky Irving, 1,058 yards. Noah Whittington, 780. They got Troy Franklin, 61 catches. Chris Hudson, 41 catches. Tight end Terrence Ferguson, 32. They add Treshawn Holden from Alabama. They got 5. Right. Does anybody want to guess what one thumbs down is on this team? Do you want to guess it, Matt? Defense. They only got 5. Well, they got 6 starters. It's suspect. But the O-line, they got to replace all of them. But one. All of them but one. So that leaves some question marks. But go over there. Let's go over their schedule there. So they got every yard they've gained is back. Every yard. They've got more production back than Florida State. But let's go over their schedule here and see what.
Yeah, we're looking at it there. That's a pretty good recipe.
Well, of course, they got to play in the championship game. There's 2 different divisions there, ain't there? I think those will be the best 3 teams in it, and I think Oregon State will be right below them. But I don't know. That's 4 good teams, and you say you're asking is the Pac SEC, but I think SEC teams, most of them. I'm not saying they beat them. Who's going to be the top 10 SEC? Georgia, Alabama, LSU. I mean, I think all 4 of those teams can play with all 3 of them. Tennessee. Do you think that?
I do.
Later in the year, and if you get them week 1, they may not can.
Yeah.
I want to see. I mean, I'm sorry. I just Utah, Oregon State, and USC. They're loaded. I think all 4 of them will be in the top 25. I think Oregon, USC will be a top 10. Utah may be a top 10. Top 15. Oregon State's going to be 17. I read something today that said they're going to be 8, 11, 13, and 17. That was the early poll. USC 8. Oregon 11, Utah 13, Oregon State 17. So yeah, I'm sorry. I think those 4 teams make them, for this year at least, better than usual.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rush you.
I don't. There's no reason why the Pac-12. They have some of the most elite quarterbacks in the country playing out there this coming season. I mean, who's got the better QB? Besides Jaden Daniels.
I mean,
it ain't Bama, it ain't Georgia, it ain't Florida, it ain't Tennessee. Milton, he's gonna be. I like him.
Well, you got Rising, Nix, and Williams.
He looked okay.
I'm gonna go on and agree with your statement that yes, this year at least, I think the Pac-12 is good. The top teams in it are as elite as anybody. You got Williams, Nick. You got all these running backs back. I mean, Oregon and Utah virtually, and Oregon State virtually have everybody back on offense.
But here's the problem. I'm going to throw a wrench in that.
All right.
They've never played defense.
They do not play great defense.
They don't tackle in space.
None of them have a lot of starters back. They got half their starters back.
They're used to playing that nice, cushy. It's warm out there, but the humidity's not high. Out here, you get dogs. Bama, Georgia, Florida, LA, Louisiana, Tennessee. You get kids that play as they play in suffocating weather.
Right.
In their high school careers, suffocating.
And you don't play in suffocating weather in Oregon.
No. It's beautiful out there.
And, we're forgetting there's another elite, and we've not even mentioned them. They had them in that top 25, too. Washington, because of Penix.
Penix, yeah.
We haven't focused on Washington.
We just didn't do them.
We just didn't do them yet.
We will. We'll do some more.
So there's 5, yes. I think this year the Pac-12's elite. I'm not saying, don't come on here and say, you're a joke. They're not as good as the SEC. I didn't say that. But I think they're as good as, I think they're the second best conference. Because you got Clemson and Florida State are definitely the best 2 in the ACC. But other than that, who's
by wins and championships and who's been representing the playoffs?
Second best conference this year.
The Big Ten is.
Right.
Because of Ohio State, Michigan constantly represent. And USC or Oregon has not represented at all.
Well, Pac-12's going to have 5 teams in the preseason top 25.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And when the 12-team playoff starts, though, Jeff, you're going to see these teams in there.
You're going to see 2 of them at least, maybe 3.
You're going to see these teams in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be involved in that, in the playoff. So again, is the Pac-12 elite? I don't think so, because they hadn't represented the college football playoff any. When have they ever been relevant? They haven't.
No.
Maybe their statement would be to, and I put that to do what we're
right.
They have some very elite players.
They do.
Very, or it keeps going out. They have very elite coaches.
Mm-hmm.
But let's think about quarterbacks that's came out of the NFL. I mean, it's come out of college and played in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
let's think about the past few years. Jalen Hurts,
Mm-hmm.
Bama,
Mm-hmm.
just made the biggest deal.
Mm-hmm.
Tua,
Mm-hmm.
if he starts this year, there's another starter from
Mhm.
Bama. Mac Jones,
And it starts for the Patriots.
probably going to start again, we assume. Now they've had some quorums between each other about his injuries or whatever.
Right.
There's another Bama quarterback, and I'm not just saying Bama, but I'm just
You got
saying.
Stafford. Well, we can look.
I mean, I'm just saying the guys look around.
Mm-hmm. How many Pac-12s are in there? Goff, he's
I mean, here recently, we're just talking about here recently, in the past 5-6 years, starting quarterbacks, most of the leagues are.
Big Ten, Pac-12. I mean, ACC, SEC, Big Ten.
But they're Alabama,
Yeah, and from Alabama, yes.
right?
Yes, or the SEC.
So if the statement is true that the Pac-12 has these elite quarterback gurus such as Riley and Kingsbury,
Mm-hmm.
who have they besides Kyler Murray yet? I mean, give me some names. I'll listen.
Well, I mean, I'm just looking to see if any of these guys.
And he's from Oklahoma.
Herbert, he's elite. Played at Oregon. And that's pretty much it that I can see. Josh Allen played out west, but he didn't play in the Pac-12.
Joe Burrow, SEC.
Played at Wyoming.
Trevor Lawrence,
Dak
ACC.
Prescott, SEC.
Lawrence is from Georgia. Grew up and played football here in Georgia.
Jared Goff is from the Big 12.
Dak Prescott, Mississippi State.
Daniel Jones is from Duke. Kirk Cousins, Michigan State.
Mariota, which he's from Oregon.
But they say he's not going to be. They say that Desmond Ritter's going to be the starter now for. So you got two, basically. Two, maybe three. Derek Carr, he moved on from the Raiders. He's from Fresno. You got Herbert
North Carolina State guy is at Denver.
at Denver, yeah. You've got Herbert and Goff.
So
That's pretty much it.
So all these elite quarterback coaches
That's the
that are training these,
Right.
Caleb Williams all guys.
Mm-hmm.
It don't seem like it worked out in the pros for him.
Of course, you got Aaron Rodgers. I forgot about Aaron.
Well, he's been playing so long.
Yeah.
He's from California.
Yeah, California.
He don't count. He's too. I just mean in the past,
Yeah,
here kind of
5
recent.
years.
5,
Yeah,
6,
just
7.
Goff. Just Goff and
Josh
Herbert.
Allen, those guys, that class,
Yeah.
the last,
Goff and Herbert, that's it.
So where's those guys at? So is the Pac-12 elite for what they're doing out there? It feels like they're sunshine and rainbows,
Right.
literally,
Mm-hmm.
hanging on the street corners and all kind of weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when they come out here and start playing,
Mm-hmm.
it just don't seem to fare well for them.
Right. And I'm just, and that's part of our show. We don't always need to agree. We've talked about this year. I think they're different.
I do too.
I think Rising, Williams,
I like
Nix. I think this is going to be the best year of the Pac-12. And I think they may put a team in it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
One of those I think makes it.
But I think it's the best the Pac-12's been since the playoff
Yes, I agree.
this year.
Yeah. This is what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And for you older guys, you'll get this.
Mm-hmm.
On the Little Rascals, where they take a balloon and
Mm-hmm.
put whipped cream around it and put a cake around it.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like a cake, but it was really a balloon.
Right.
And they always took that old knife and they'd cut it to
Yeah,
blows cream
yeah,
all over.
yeah.
Oh, gosh, Spanky. I don't know how old you people are if y'all know what Little Rascals are.
Right.
So
Right.
most people do. That's what the Pac-12 feels like to me. Is that a good analogy?
Yeah.
It
is.
looks like a cake.
It's almost like a
It's the birthday cake. And when
Like
you
a- flag football league, kind of.
well, yeah, and you light the candles on the cake, and then it gets the balloon hot, and the cake explodes because they put helium in it, trying to be funny instead of air blowing it up, and it explodes. Boom! And the kids got the little smoke on their face, and their cake float all over the. It looks like a cake, and it's going to have pieces of a cake, and it tastes like cake, but it's really not a cake. It's got a balloon inside of it.
Well, Washington did make it at one time, but Alabama just
Oh,
absolutely
just-
smoked.
It was 30-0. It could have been worse. Half.
And I think Oregon did make it. They got smoked.
Well, that's
Early.
Georgia. Remember last year they started the season. Remember?
Yeah, I was talking about in the play. Oh yeah, 49-3.
I'm just on other.
I don't know, but I will say this: I'm going to predict that this year is as close to the real thing as we're going to get from the Pac-12. And if they're not good this year, then I don't know if they ever will be.
Well,
Look at the coaches you got there. You got Dan Lanning, you got Lincoln Riley, you've got that guy from Utah's great.
yeah, Schweisberger.
I mean, you got all these fantastic quarterbacks.
Kelly.
I mean, even your boy Uyunglele, who you're not crazy about, he's not terrible. I don't know. I think this may be the best they've been this year coming up.
They've won one title since the BCS went to the Cards era.
One. And who was it? USC. Yeah, it was with Liner and them, wasn't it?
Not in the college football playoff.
Oh no. He's just talking about since the BCS, the computer started picking.
No, since that went away.
Oh, since that went away.
Who has?
I don't remember them winning.
I don't remember winning it all. Who is it, Jeff? To remind us, we're not thinking something. Ohio State and Florida State beat Auburn that year.
Bama, Georgia,
Clemson,
USC. He may be. I think we're misunderstanding each other.
Since the NCAA went to the BCS and the college football playoff era, the Pac-12 has won.
Oh, and that would be USC. Yeah.
Yeah, Reggie Bush and them.
Yes. Okay. So they've won one since they started doing that. Okay, the computer's picking it. They won one.
Bad record.
Well, and you're saying, yes, they can move the ball on offense, but they can't play defense.
That's a bad record.
And, well, what did I say about Oregon State? They're loaded on what side of the ball? Offense. But I will say I think they're going to be the second best conference in the country this year. And I think their top five can play with the SEC this time. I didn't say win, just play with them. I'm going to give them a little bit of credit.
I agree. Yeah.
What do you say?
He's talking about they ain't never won the. I mean, yeah. So it's the Pac-12 elite. They got some great players out this year. Well, they look good. They got a nice window dress, and you walk by the window, and you're like, boy, that's a good-looking pair of shoes right there.
I mean, they're loaded. They got some absolutely loaded teams.
Good-looking shoes. You go in there and you put them on, and they're made of paper. You're like, what? These are paper shoes, but they look great. I'm going to wear these to church. Boy, they look fancy. And you put them on, they rip. It's like paper. I don't know. It's just lipstick on a pig. What does it matter? They can't play defense. They're not tough enough to come here and compete with Bama, Georgia, LSU, and then not even count Ohio State or Michigan. Michigan looks good this year.
Yeah. See,
Florida State's bringing all them players back. We done been through them.
So you don't agree that they are elite yet. And all I'm saying is I think this year, yes, they will be. And then be right back to how it to be after this year. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say yes, this year only that they're going to be.
Are they going to ever be any better than they are now? I don't know.
Just this year. And then I think they'll be back to when Williams and they're gone. So you got Williams, Rising, Nix, Pitts. They're all leaving.
Well, yeah. And
they're done.
Right. And two, UCLA, Dante Moore will be the one left.
He'll be the one left. I forgot about them, but I don't think they're as good as the top five. I think they're number 6 in this thing.
And they're leaving with USC to come to the Big Ten.
Well, that's true. Oh, so no. This will be their last hurrah.
And then it'll be up to Utah. Oregon will run the Pac-12.
I think
Dan Lanning he's going to be controlling that block.
That's the words, elitist. I think this will be the elitist they've been since the playoff year.
Think of it as a cul-de-sac. That big house, the big pretty one, everybody want to drive by and look at, and there's an old man out there that's got the most manicured lawn, the best looking house.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids ride by it, and they get close, and the old man hollers at them. That's USC. They're the big dogs on the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
UCLA's like the nice house about 3 doors up. It's got a nice paint on it, but it's a flat level Western-style house with a 2-car garage with some old-looking shingles on it.
Mm-hmm.
That family moving van comes in, they're gone. So now, the pretty nice house across the road that's probably been way more relevant than UCLA, that's Oregon. They're a 2-story house with a nice full basement that's finished and probably got paint on the walls and it's got the extra bed for the mother-in-law, down there. Now they're the house of the talk. The big house in the road, they're gone. Big Ten, the nice house over there, the single level 2-car garage.
I still keep waiting for somebody to come in there and block that.
No, it's already done.
I know, but
They tried to block it.
I still expect maybe the president of college football said, "Hold up, this ain't gonna happen."
Yeah, because Oklahoma, Texas, like they're going USC, so they're like, hey, well, we want to get out here too. I mean, you can't.
Okay, I'm gonna say no, they're not. I'm gonna agree with you. Actually, no, they're not elite, but I think this year they will be. But I think it'll be right back to.
Because then Oregon, Utah,
I just think all 5 of those teams are good.
Washington,
really good.
those 3 will be running the Pac-12 because big USC and UCLA will not be part of that conference.
That's just hard to believe, and I know that's this. Well, you know how much money that's going to cost them.
I know how much they're going to make. 20
well, they got to make it. They're all that flying.
20 million more. But they'll have 3 or 4 away games.
Yeah.
And instead up to Oregon, they'll play at least 4 games, so they'll go play Ohio State.
It didn't point me that bad for football. They say it's going to be pretty awful for the other sports.
Volleyball was the only one that's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, basketball too, right?
No, because they can play a home and away and do a series and just stay.
They'll just stay out there.
Yeah.
They'll have to.
But the money is going to be
master scheduling.
Oodles of money.
Yeah.
That's TV. So, we'll finish with this. We'll get off it because it ain't even running halfway. I mean, it's still not doing right. So, I'm sorry. I ain't nothing I can do.
Well, we've still had a good talk. This is interesting too.
The last thing is, who wants to go out there and play? I mean,
well, when they leave, I don't know if anybody.
There's a quarter state riding on your little bicycle, your little sandwich up there in your basket. You know, we're reliving 1984.
Yeah.
Those houses are empty.
So you saying done?
It's kind of dark on the end of the road. Street lights don't work no more. Kind of weird, that old house. You don't even want to go around there and buy it. You say it's gone. Now, because people used to come by your cul-de-sac and look at that big house, and a pretty nice one on the other corner, UCLA was okay. Nobody's paying attention to you anymore. So now the whole neighborhood starts to close down. And now because of a TV deal, because of the wonderful governor,
Gavin Newsom,
they will not, Fox and ESPN, they're trying to get deals with like Amazon TV. Because he still hung up on whatever.
He still hung up on COVID?
There's still stuff going on with contentions and money and legislative, and it's nasty out there. People are leaving the state. They're losing money, a lot of money, because it's free willy to come in for anybody from anywhere in the world, and people are getting out of there, and it's nasty. So, if you don't have TV deals, there ain't no cameras up there shooting little Johnny run the football. Why does the number 1 quarterback in the country
want to go there?
I ain't on TV. And Nick Saban's going to say, you'll be on TV every Saturday. How about that?
Right.
And Jeff was talking about their new commissioner at the Big Ten. Their new commissioner? Yeah. Tommy Petta, whatever.
Yeah.
Baseball guy.
Yeah.
Hey, come out here. TV every Saturday. But
wow.
you don't want to go to USC. Why would you want to go to UCLA, USC?
Right.
They're on TV. They're on TV deals. $2.3 billion. And you got an insane governor running your end of the block. They're like, no, we're out of here. He's the neighborhood watch guy. He walks around with a rainbow headband on and short 1980 shorts and telling everybody.
Are they still scared of the virus?
I don't know. It's just their laws and contentions and things going on. Taxes are insanely high.
Oh,
like
I've
property
heard.
tax.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's just not a fun place.
$450.
Yeah,
$450. You can't even go nowhere.
Yeah, so people are leaving for $2 billion. Fox and ESPN can't wait to do deals with Bama and Ohio State.
Right.
And the new teams we talked about coming to the Big 12, UCF, BYU. Who else?
That's the only 2 I know. Memphis. No, not Memphis. Central Florida. Oh, never mind. You said Tulane?
Yeah. Who was that? BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF.
Houston.
So those 4 teams there are coming to the Big 12. So
All
now,
4 of them.
Yeah. So now
Yeah, I knew that UCF and BYU
Houston,
was.
Cincinnati's coming.
I didn't know Houston and Cincinnati.
So they're
were.
part of that area. So why Cincinnati? How do they fit in with the what?
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska needs to stay down, and Cincinnati needs to stay up with a Big Ten. What?
Mm-hmm.
Why is Cincinnati playing down with Texas and them, and why is Nebraska playing up north?
I know. I don't know. They don't. Well, they need to stop this and just put everybody out of. They just need to go to the 14.
Geographically, where you're located.
Yes, and you don't get another say in it. Well, they don't do TV. So what?
Are they really gonna make them pay? Jeff's saying they're going. You say he's going to have to pay to leave. The governor. See, he's on the board out there, and they'll pay. Why wouldn't they pay $5 million to leave? I mean, if that's what it is, well, I mean, they're in $1 billion TV deals, and they're not going to be on TV. So no kids want to come here, and this idiot that's running the state out there can't understand because he's way too much politics in his head. You're ruining your state. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to live there. Nobody's gonna move there because why? Because you can't go to no college there. Kids come there and play sports to do what? Make money. Mm-hmm. NIL deals. Go play pro football. Nobody can watch your kids play if there's no TV out there.
Right.
What are they supposed to do? He's ruining it.
Well, somebody told me that went to visit out there said them people don't care nothing about football out there. I mean, that's what he said.
It's not like it is here.
But there's got to be somebody that cares about it.
Well, I mean, Najee Harris played out there, and we just mentioned all these other players that's out there
Young.
too.
Yeah.
A lot of good players. UCSD, which is Cal South San Diego, is petitioning for membership to the Pac-12.
Yeah, but how good are they going to do in there?
Cal San Diego.
I mean, maybe San Diego State.
That is a physics college. There's a physics teacher out there that's world known. I keep up with some physics stuff.
Yeah.
What? Cal San Diego. I've been by there.
Yeah.
I've been out that way. Beautiful. Hey, you want to live? That's where you want to live. To make getting up in the morning, a cup of coffee, and sitting on your porch.
Right.
It's great.
But not good for football.
And just living in general, like the stuff you have to deal with.
Right.
Beautiful country. God created a beautiful place.
People don't want to put up with too much. I was telling somebody today, and that's kind of how they live out there.
The elite will leave. Winningham at Utah, Kyle.
Yes.
Been there a long time.
He's great. But you can't. I was talking to somebody today, and they were like, so-and-so didn't want them going nowhere. A member of their family. I'm like, what?
Didn't want them going where?
Just didn't want them going anywhere. Like on the road. They were a little older. I'm like, what are you talking about? They don't want you going nowhere. And that's what California seems to me, what you're saying to me. They just like, they're still scared. They live scared.
Well,
to a certain extent.
I'm
since
watching,
COVID, right?
Well, it's just the way of life out there. And I've watched people podcast. Uncle Joe, Uncle Joey. Some people watch his podcast a little bit. His language is a little, it's bad. I try to weed through it because I like to hear what he's saying, but he cusses so much. But he says, people go to California to be a star. Go to Hollywood to be a star.
Right.
You got to go up there, and he was giving advice to young comics. He's a comedian.
Right.
He's saying, come out here, do the right way.
And then leave.
And then you build up to be something, but you need to move around. Know that there's great comedy clubs up north, and right now Austin, Texas is booming. Austin, Texas is booming. Joe Rogan just built the Mothership, a comedy club out there, and he was talking about this. So
Austin, Texas is the place to go.
Past 5 years, the population's tripling.
Why?
It's just the place to be. That's where Rogan moved from California there. There's gun laws. People can tote guns. It's okay to be an American.
They need to start toting them because I know I read the other day where there's a serial killer out there killing young men. And they're saying that it's not a serial killer.
In Austin?
They found 9 guys drowned close to the same bar. You think
in Austin?
In Austin. 9 guys.
Man, it's kind of weird. It's growing out there.
Say they're falling off. They're falling off the bank.
I don't know about that.
Drunk.
California can't build their own high-speed rails. Brightline West will finish before the Olympics. See, he's talking about Olympics 2028 stuff.
Where's that going to be? Los Angeles?
Yeah, but they can't even finish because of taxes and construction projects and money. They can't even do that because of laws and regulations and rules. You regulate yourself plumb out of everything.
Well,
So that hurts the brand.
people don't like that.
And people are asking why. Are they elite? They have some elite players. Is the team's elite? No, because they've never proven to be elite. Because they don't have any. They don't have any. They ain't got no national championships.
So you answered the question, no. And I'm saying, if they are, maybe for this year.
In parentheses, it's they have elite players.
As a whole, no.
We couldn't say that they are.
Not as a whole. You got 6 teams. 6 teams. I think the other 6 are going to be atrocious. Yes, in Colorado. Guys, if you think that Deion Sanders is going to go out there and win this year with the schedule he's got, no.
If he wins 4 or 5 games.
If he goes 4-8, he's done a good job.
If he wins that many games. He wins 4 games, they ought to build him a statue.
4-8.
Yeah, I would. I'd build him a statue.
He definitely don't need to be fired.
Um,
When your easiest game on your schedule is Nebraska, which I don't think they'll even win that one. They're going to have to upset people to win 4.
Yeah. And some of there's just been a bad internet. Nothing's working right today. I'm just about sick of it. It's just it makes me uncomfortable, and it's hard to do a show because I'm producing and directing and trying to get the internet to work and look for sites and put stuff up, and I don't just get to sit up here and talk because we don't have producers like we used to, and it's really aggravating me. And ain't nothing I can do about it. Mm. I'm trying to fix this stuff and do my job too, and do this too. But I can't do nothing about it. There'll be somebody here tomorrow. I'm trying to look at just some guys that we may know. The quarterback from Nebraska, been in a chat room on Twitter. They're wanting him at Auburn. They want him to come. They're not happy with Ashford at all. So that kid from
I don't understand why Sanders didn't.
Nebraska.
I know.
Trying to look at some notable guys.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about draft portal?
Yeah, just some kids we know.
Transfer portal.
Not no really big name.
No, not since April 22nd. I just know the guy coming to Alabama from Notre.
Yeah, well, I did a little special on him. Tyler Buckner. Miles Murillo coming from. That's just nobody really worth. I'm sorry, I don't mean worth. No top players today as of right now. Cam Johnson from VTEX in the portal. The guy from Michigan State. The interior lineman from Kentucky. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Milton Wright from Purdue, a wide receiver. I remember that name, Milton Wright.
I don't know.
Wide receiver from Purdue. He's in the portal. But the kid from Nebraska.
Yeah.
They're looking to get him. They're trying to get him to come out there at Auburn and try out. What do you guys? Y'all Auburn fans or? They're not high on Ashford.
Yeah.
They're not into him at all.
I mean, I think he's okay.
I
don't think he's great.
He's not going to win.
I don't think he's good.
He's not going to win them a lot of games.
He's average at best. Right now. Who knows? He may have a breakout season.
I don't think so.
I didn't think Burrow was good. Great.
No,
and then he ended up.
But see, Ashford's had a year last year. He just is not.
Yeah.
He's a runner.
He is. He can run the football, but that's not what you need. And I still don't agree with this narrative that the media's created that Alabama's quarterbacks are horrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not what I saw.
Buckner played at Jolly Joala. It's in San Diego, one of the top 10 most pristine Catholic private schools in the country.
Right.
Super nice. Super expensive. Very smart kid. Nick Saban did recruit him out of there. He did come out as a 4-star.
Mm-hmm.
He did throw for about 5,500 yards. He rushed for about 2,500 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Now, his numbers look good.
Yeah.
And you watch him in high school, and I did. I went back and watched some Huddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But I've seen him play against Marshall, and he was terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. He looked like he was sick. He looked like he could just not. He couldn't even play football.
Right.
He looked like a guy that just had played basketball and he's showing up to
Mm-hmm.
just filling in. He didn't look like a starter. He don't look any better than Simpson or Melrose.
Yeah, just
I don't
lay
see-
off them. I mean, you're getting on Simpson for not completing deep balls against the best cornerback in the country. Well, let's be for real. He sucks. He can't throw the deep ball. Well, Kool-Aid's covering the dang guy he's throwing it to.
Him, and then you got Story and who's little, and the other guy back there.
And
Probably-
they've seen it 116 times in the spring.
And it's probably going to be the best defensive backfield, probably the top two in the
It's
nation.
a good defensive backfield.
They got to be.
They may look bad because the front may not be, or the linebackers may not be great.
I don't know.
But it's pretty good.
Bama's going to be top 5 defense in the country.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Possibly, yeah. I think so.
I think so. So yeah, it's hard to throw and look pretty good against some of the best. Now we're not saying they're
Well, that's your own team, too.
He's not Mac Jones.
Yeah.
They're not Bryce. Bryce is super accurate, very smart, high intelligent. Football IQ's high.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I'm worried that Milroe will get us in a spot that'll take us. He'll lose us again, and all he has to do is not lose the game, just manage the game. But he wants to maybe overthrow things, overthink things. His thought process, he can do it. He can throw it like AR. He can throw it 70 yards. But his time is a little off, and his decision making is a little off.
Yeah.
Like that test C.J. Stroud took, he made 18 on the test. 18? And Bryce Young made the highest test score ever.
Right.
Made 98 on this Wonderlink test. You come into the NFL. They
Stroud
give
made 18.
you 18. One of the worst scores ever. Never heard of a score even that low. Like you fill your name out, you get a 10.
Oh, my God.
But,
He still went second.
yep.
Yeah.
So it don't matter. Obviously, they feel like they can cure.
Well, obviously, none of that
If he
stuff
can take a
matters.
test, go out there and throw the football. And he's good. He can throw the
And
football.
they talk so much trash. The media don't. I mean, you know, all we heard all offseason was how this deal with Jalen Carter Racing was going to kill him.
So can Buckner come to Bama?
And he went ninth.
Yeah. No, I don't know if he's. I don't think they're hurt for a quarterback.
Who?
No, there is no.
No, I'm telling you,
Look,
that's exaggerated.
he brought him for a reason. Would he have brought him from Notre Dame just to set him on the bench? And he's played a year for the guy that's calling plays on the field. You're from Chattooga. You're calling offensive plays. I bring you up here to my team, and you call your quarterback from Chattooga after you get with me. Are you gonna call him up here just to set the bench? Coach, why did you call? What am I doing up here?
Yeah. Well, you probably think he's probably going to play.
Yeah, he did play for him last year. He does know his offense. I just don't think he's no better than. I'm not saying that
Simpson or
it ain't like this. Like
No,
the
God,
scale.
no.
It's like this. It's pretty close.
yeah.
But who in the nation has the really? We're dealing with it to the Pac-12. All those guys are they're going to be good.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Ohio State.
Oh, we don't even know who their quarterback's
Well, I
going to
went
be.
over them. about a
Yeah,
month
I
ago.
mean, but yeah, but
I mean, they're just going to be pretty good. They're going to be able to run the ball good. They're going to try to play defense. Michigan with McCarthy, they
should
look
be
good.
good.
He
Should
looks
be
good.
Good
Notre
on
Dame.
defense and offense.
Hartman at Notre Dame, he looks good. Who?
The guy Jordan Travis is good from FSU, and Klubnik's good.
He's better than DJ.
I don't know that FSU will win it or not because I got to reading about Clemson. Oh gosh, they're loaded, loaded.
Dabo's going to put a good squad on the field. We'll
I
probably
mean,
get into them.
ridiculously loaded.
In the next few weeks, we'll get into some other of those teams
Yeah.
too. We'll go out. Maybe we'll do some
There's
ACC.
a lot of loaded teams this year.
But there's no quarterback names that jump off the list besides out west.
Right. Those are the best quarterbacks. I'll agree with that.
Kimbo, Caleb,
Yep. That's going to be 3 of your top 5 probably picks for the.
Jaden Daniels out here. Who else? Carson Beck. Did you watch him play? No, he's not elite. He did. He just looked like a very good average quarterback.
Yeah, just average quarterback.
Good.
Not going to get you killed, but
Right.
probably don't. Not going. Carson, you got to win this game for us.
Yeah, no, it's not. Stetson didn't even throw a touchdown for how long? What was it, like game 6?
Yeah, he had trouble throwing touchdowns.
Could not throw
for
it
a
in the end
while.
zone.
Yeah.
Couldn't. Just didn't.
Yeah.
Well, but you play defense, run the football. You don't have to. That's what Georgia did.
Right.
That's what they're going to do. Try to do this year, and it's not going to work because they're not as good on defense, and their backfield's not as good as Bama's. I'll never think their backfield's.
Their secondary.
Roydell Williams.
Oh no, their backfield.
Justice
I don't know.
Haynes?
I mean, I don't know.
Justice is going to play. He's a stud.
You got Edwards and you got Milton. Is it Kendall Milton? Yes. Or
Right.
Kenny McIntosh. No, it's Milton and Edwards.
Yeah. At Bama, you got Justice Haynes and Miller and Roydell Williams.
Jace McClellan. Yeah.
People are high on Justice Haynes. I heard a podcast
Yeah.
today saying he's going to start. He's going to play. He's going to be running back. First handoff's going to him. They said the locker room field people on practice field said he's the best running back in this crowd. Yeah. He said it ain't even close. They said he come in.
The one from Buford.
He's already here. He come in equal to guys that are sophomores.
He may be.
They are a good team, and they do play tough competition.
Yeah, Buford is.
And he did look good. He looked good.
Got put out for the first time in school history earlier than the 3rd round. They went out in the 2nd round. I mean, that's like a
shame.
team going 0-11 for them.
We may have to start going on at 7, I guess, because it's been working fine for about an hour. We've been on an hour 50.
We've been on that long?
Well, 20 minutes of it was junking around trying to get this thing to work. So the last hour's been good. That first hour, garbage. Can't even put it on there. All right, let's go.
You ready?
Let's head out of here. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next Sunday, I guess, if the internet's working. We'll try to come on.
If the internet's working.
We'll come on and hit the play button if it's grainy and scraggly. I don't know. It's killing us. I mean, you can't. Nobody wants to watch that.
We can go on at 7 for a week or 2 later.
I don't. It's just destroying. Nobody wants to watch it. And they ain't gonna watch it later in the week because they turn it on to watch
Well,
it.
no.
It's just gonna.
Well, I mean, I know me with the DVD. Right when I used to watch DVDs.
That's
Yeah.
all you.
Back when I used to watch DVDs. Oh yeah, you yank that thing out and you
5 seconds.
About 5. You're like the first time. Oh, okay. About that second time, you're up. Okay, take it back to the red box.
Yeah.
You know, you
ain't
just
gonna
can't.
play
You can't do it.
No.
That's a challenge. I want to challenge somebody in here to watch a 2-hour show or movie with it skipping.
Yeah. Then you gonna watch this.
You ain't gonna do it. You want to talk about some willpower?
I don't do it.
I ain't doing it.
I tried to rewatch our show, and I'll go back and try to cut clips out and post them on the page of the week, and I'll try to cut out some good what we talked about to give content.
Mm-hmm.
The other night I did a spot on Colorado about what Dion did.
Mm-hmm.
There's 500 people watched.
Right. I like the clips.
People like that. Let's get off here. What are we doing? All right, guys. Next Sunday, Lord willing, the creek don't rise. Thank you, Jeff, for coming by. And he's our #1 fan.
Yeah.
He's got to get a shirt. How can we find us on Facebook, Jeff, and give me your address. Seriously, if you're still on. Don't put it on here. But send me on. Go on our.
Have somebody calling you at 4 a.m.
On Matt McKinney. Find me on Facebook. Go and message me, inbox there, and give me your address. And I got extra large on 2X. Let me know which one you want. I got to send you a shirt. This guy's on every week.
Yeah, he is.
And the one week I did Ohio State, his internet went out.
I know. That's weird. You do. There's 132 teams. You've done 130. There's 133. Hit work for 132 of them. Got to his team. It didn't work.
I had a good breakdown there because they had some good. They got some guys coming back, and we're excited. So, all right, next Sunday, be here or be square. Hit the subscribe button,
Be there, be square, right?
even if it looks like crap. Sorry. We'll be back. Keep your head squared, your heart toward God. Love y'all. Appreciate it.
Have a good week.